Israel says buildings have been hit in Tel Aviv as Iran continues to target areas across the country. Sirens and explosions have been heard across central and south Israel. The city of Rishon, Lezion, south of Tel Aviv, was targeted as several buildings were damaged while shrapnel fell in 3 places. Missiles were also intercepted in the Negev region. Adnan Joulani is a director of Palestinian Academic Society for the Study of International Affairs. It's a think tank, and he's joining us live from occupied East Jerusalem. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. I want to talk to you about the statement that Donald Trump has apparently made, suggesting that the US is prepared to start winding down the war in Iran. At the same time, we're having to balance that with the fact that the Pentagon is looking for more money for the war, but also it's sending US warships and US troops to the region. We also have this state-affiliated news agency in Iran reporting that the country's armed forces fired 2 ballistic missiles towards the US-UK Diego Garcia military base, and that's in the Indian Ocean. It's up to about 4,000 kilometers away. Can you just give us your breakdown of what you think the situation is at the moment?
Well, presently, it's over the past hour or even less than an hour. Of course, there's been a launch of missiles towards the center of Israel, the greater Tel Aviv area, as they refer to, and the cluster warheads continue to pose a problem in spite of the interception of the main rocket. The cluster warheads fall in Israel, and this time there's been some damage in a neighborhood or a city south of Tel Aviv, which is Rishon, Lezion. The initial reports are of the damages to some residential buildings and houses. So far, there is no reports of any injuries or casualties.
Sir, let me ask you about the situation with regard to what Donald Trump has been saying, because we see that my question was really about with regards to the statement that Donald Trump said it has been making, saying that the US is considering winding down its operations in Iran, and yet all the evidence seems to suggest that it is intending to at least shore up its military facilities and military assets in the region. And we have now this apparent news that Iran has fired 2 long-range ballistic missiles to Diego Garcia. I just want to get your sense of where we are with regards to the winding down of the war. Is that possible given the scenarios we're seeing?
No, I don't think that is possible. There does not seem to be a clear exit strategy for the United States and Israel, for Trump and Netanyahu. The initial thinking was that within a few days after the strike, and with a targeted attack of the leadership of the heads of the snake, as the Israeli leadership says, in Iran, the whole country would be in chaos, and the country would collapse, or the Iranian regime would collapse. And this is actually the essence of a report that has surfaced yesterday about David Barnea, the head of the Israeli Mossad, saying that this was the scenario that would happen. Obviously, that did not happen. 3 weeks into the war, both Israel and the United States continue to lack an exit strategy. In my analysis, they were preparing for their own exit strategy over the past 3 days, with both Netanyahu and then Trump declaring an implicit victory. The speech that we heard from Netanyahu 2 days ago and Trump yesterday. I think that had Iran not responded over the past 2 weeks with the strength of their strikes and what seems to be a rejuvenating of the missile attacks toward Israel, probably Israel and the United States would have declared a unilateral victory, and as such, a cessation of military.
Adnan Joulani, thank you very much indeed for being with us, sir. Please forgive me for interrupting you. I'm kind of conscious of our time, but we are very grateful to you for being with us on Al Jazeera. Thank you.